good, YouTube? It's your boy BryTheKidd, aka Bry, and I wanted to welcome you to my YouTube channel. This basically video is just that, welcoming you to my YouTube channel, explaining how I got into Pro-Am or 2K, Mob, and what I have to do with it, why I joined Mob, etc. Basically, I started playing 2K on an Xbox 360 that my dad bought off of his coworker as a Christmas present. I started playing 2K11, used to watch YouTube videos like Chris Smooth and D-Coop Son and Stacks Montana, iPod, all those people kind of back then in that little area. And I fell in love with my career, like being able to create your own player, get drafted to a team. But I wasn't very good. I used to play on rookie. I would never get drafted. I'd always go to the G League, and obviously that's changed. So basically, I got back into 2K. I took a little break because I was a hardcore PC gamer, which is why I have the setup that I do. It's kind of been building itself up over the last like 6 or 7 years. So, excuse me. That's how I got that. It was a lot. I didn't just all get it at once or have an idea of what it was going to be capable of or why I was going to use it. So that's that. I got back into 2K around 2K16. I bought it on the PC in like February of 2016. 2K16, and I met Claw and Tyreek or Tacomics and Chef. We all used to play pickup Pro-Am. Basically, you get 2 captains, you draft teams. But it was only like a Discord of around like 100 people. And in 2K17, me, Tyreek, and Claw and Chef decided we were going to switch over to PS4. I had a PS4 for the longest time, kind of collecting dust, actually. And I didn't really play very often. I had no reason to. I had no games. So we decided we were going to go over to 2K17 on the PS4 and pursue the 250K tournament. And basically, that's exactly what we did. But a couple months in, Tyreek kind of got sucked into the park community, and Claw just didn't really play that often. He was doing his own thing, creating his business, and he's always kind of been an entrepreneur who does his own thing and is very damn good at it, and anything he puts his mind to, he will succeed at. So that's why when Claw reached out to me in June about joining Mob, it was a no-brainer. I knew what he was capable of. I knew what they were capable of. They already had Poor Boy Sin in the actual organization itself, and they wanted me to man the Pro-Am side. So that's why I joined Mob. And them sponsoring us is not just like for us to get, free entries or free graphics designs or whatever the case may have you. We're actually trying to market our players, give them a platform to essentially stream or just get their names out there outside of just stick and being good at the game. So that's why I joined Mob, and the Pro-Am thing kind of became a thing a little bit later. Obviously I hit up Mean. That's been my duo basically all year and most of 2K18. We've been playing together a long time. He's very versatile and easy to work with. And then we hit up Cali Rack, and one day I woke up and we had Big Meek, Playboy, Techie, or Techie, I'm not too sure how you say it, and then ended up getting Joseph the True. So that's how that team became a thing. Obviously a lot of benefits with Mob that help us, but none of that comes without winning. So that's our main goal. But back to how I started playing. So in 2K17, I kind of coasted through the year. I wasn't really playing with anybody good. I still had mad anxiety when we get a decent team, and I'd usually not perform too well. And then one morning in June or July, I woke up and it was like 7 a.m. and I was added to a PlayStation chat known as the Draft Chat. And this basically helped get my name out there. People still thought I was bad because I was, but I'd had good games. I'd have 20 and 30-point games every so often against good players, and that was a little bit of motivation because I loved that. Like, I love competitiveness, and I was playing basketball in real life, so I wasn't taking it too seriously. And then when 2K18 dropped, obviously the region lock was a thing for like a month and a half, so I couldn't really play the mode that I loved, so it was useless. I didn't want to play. So I decided to take real basketball seriously, and I did that basically through May of 2018. And then I guess June actually, because it was the second to last day of school. We were running pickups, and it was open gym it was an open gym during the school day because it was finals. So I was playing with all the basketball players at our school. We were running like 5-on-5 full court, running drills and stuff like that, just casually though, not like an actual workout, because I was in Vans, joggers, and a t-shirt. And I was just kind of spotting up, chilling. It was like 11 a.m. We weren't really like playing for real. And basically, I got the ball, I took it off the dribble, went at the free throw line, made the jumper, came down, took a step, and broke my foot. And that summer, we'd already paid for basketball camps, training, like all that, hoping that I was gonna grind this summer. I was gonna get like completely in shape and just focus on making varsity for my sophomore year. Because I missed tryouts for freshman year, so I didn't play freshman year. I did in summer ball, but not. I didn't like actually play during the season. So my whole goal was that I was gonna basically get in shape completely, and I had a trainer who was Coach P. We had him lined up. He's Damian Lillard's high school teammate. We were gonna do training all that summer, and I had trained with him a little bit previously the summer before. So we had all that lined up, and I broke my foot. So all that was out the window. I had nothing to do all summer. So basically, I grinded 2K because that was all I could do. I couldn't walk. I was in a boot for like a month and a half, and my foot never really healed properly until like later next year. So 2019, it didn't really heal until this year. So I started playing WR, and slowly I was getting a little bit better, but people still knew me as being ass, essentially. So it was all kind of, I didn't really get the recognition I deserved. I felt, but obviously when 2K19 drops, I didn't have a team. So I decided to play with Diamond District and Chris and Billy J. Shout out to you guys. And we had Mean Streets and then BryTheKidd, who was Chris and Billy J's friend. And that was our 5, and we went out and we got flooded by Breakout, and basically Billy J, he quit the game. He wasn't having it anymore. And basically I took Chris and Mean, and then we hit up Clutch Boy, who I'd been playing with the last summer, and we hit up Get On My Level. Not Freddie, Tanner. Shout out to you. He plays for No Scurries now. It's my boy. And we made Crown Us, and basically Crown Us, I ended up making the actual matchup Discord with Styles. I helped him make all the channels, made all the rules and all that. Kind of got that situated, and Styles was like, look, this is yours. Do what you want with it, whatever. You run it now. So I would obviously get good games, and we'd play teams like, Make It Happen, and we'd be in close games. And the only time that we actually played Breakout with Crown Us that wasn't a pickup 5, we came back I think it was 15 points in the fourth quarter. I ended up losing by 2 or 3 points. But it was still it was a good loss. Like you could take something from that. You know what I mean? And we beat teams constantly, Throwdown. We beat teams like that that were at the tip top, just kind of all top teams. We were going to war. We didn't really lose, and we'd get on and we'd win 6, 7, 8 games in a row without losing. And then Hurricane Michael hit Florida. Chris didn't have internet, and we could never find a shark. We tried with Sean Wynn and Reese the God, and after a while, it just kind of fell through. We didn't have a sharp, and we gave it up. And ever since then, haven't played with those guys so much farther than pickups. But the good thing that I got out of that was people are starting to recognize me. They're starting to go, oh, okay, he's gotten a little bit better. He's gotten better. That's what I always hear all year, is that Bry has gotten better. And all these top players Goofy and Dave Fry, they see it, and when people would be like, oh, Bry's ass, how are you in a close game with him, or whatever, they'd be like, no, he's actually gotten better, and they would kind of defend me. So shout out to Goofy and Dave Fry, because they were the 2 people who kind of assured the community that I was actually getting better, the ones who didn't watch me play. So that happened, and I'm not gonna lie, post-draft, not a lot happened. I underperformed. I was on really good teams a couple of times, and for whatever reason, I just didn't perform well. Ever since the dribble glitch came out, I was never really accustomed to it. Towards the end of the year, I started doing my thing again, but the one thing that I'd said I had to work on is consistency. And so around June, Claw and Pro-Am had basically died down. To that point, I think we were we were in the middle of the next WR season, and I got a DM from Tyreek. He said, yo, are you coming to Vegas next month? I said, what you talking about? Because I wasn't in Mob yet, and basically they were like, "Were you coming to Vegas?" And I was like, "No, why would I be?" And then Claw hit me up and he was like, "Yo, I'll fly you out. We're gonna show you what this mob thing's all about." And so I was obviously down. Talked to my dad. He's always been supportive of me and my dream, which is the 2K League or playing 2K. It's what I do. It's what I'm good at. So he kind of, he just said, "Yo, I'm gonna fly you out." So I got to meet. Me and Sin flew out actually on the same flight. So I met him at the airport that morning, and then we all met in San Fran with Claw and Tyreek, and Sin was with me, and then that day we drove all the way to Vegas we had an Airbnb. We linked up with Sean. Shout out Sean, and we stayed there for basically like 5 days. We were gone for basically the whole week, and then we went back to San Fran. I stayed with a friend because Claw actually got sick, so we went home early. But the best that was basically what it was. I got to hang out with people who I had known on the game for 4 or 5 years, and that was awesome to me. Like I was like hooked, so to say, and that was a no-brainer. So when they asked me to join Mob, it was yes. And then I'd start talking with Claw like a month ago, and he said, "Yo, I'll sponsor your prom team," and that was obviously a no-brainer. So basically, I wanted to get this YouTube channel started, introduce you to our 5, well, I guess 6 actually. Introduce you to Mob and what that is, because a lot of pro people don't exactly understand it, which is why it was kind of hard recruiting people, because they're like, "What? We get sponsored? Why would they sponsor us? Like, what makes us important?" So all that stuff. And so shout out to Claw, shout out to Mob, all my Mob brothers. Shout out to my 5, Ruthless, Callie, Joseph, Big Meek, Mean, and Tech. And big things coming from this YouTube channel. I'm gonna start doing daily vlogs, hopefully, probably more so in the summertime. So you could expect that kind of next summer when I'm traveling and doing the stuff with Mob and seeing those guys and all that stuff. And a lot of big things coming from Mob. So y'all need to go follow the Mob Twitter at MobTeamDG on Twitter. Just keep posted as to what's going on with Mob as a whole. And y'all just stay on the lookout for Ruthless, because it's hashtag a statement year. And I think that really fits us, because it is 5 guys, 6 including me, that are kind of slept on, and a lot of people don't really give credit for, and we're taking that as motivation, and we're gonna be ruthless next year. It's just that simple. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell if you're new and you'd like to, because a lot more videos are going to be coming very, very soon as when the prelude drops. That's in 2 days. So you can expect a video later this week about the prelude, what build I'm making, what I think about the game, tips, tricks, whatever may have you. So that's all going to be coming. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. I'm out. Peace.